Question 1. What should you do when approaching a railway crossing that has no barrier arms or warning lights? A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Continue at your current speed. C. Slow down, look, listen for trains. D. Honk your horn continuously. Answers is C. Slow down, look, listen for trains. When approaching an uncontrolled railway crossing, you must slow down, look both ways, and listen carefully for any approaching trains before proceeding safely. Question 2. What does this road sign indicate? A. Railway crossing. B. Tram crossing ahead. C. Railway crossing. D. No trains allowed. Answers is C. Railway crossing. This warning sign indicates an upcoming railway crossing, meaning there is only one set of tracks to cross. Drivers should approach with caution. Question 3. When are you permitted to cross a double yellow line marking in New Zealand? A. To overtake a slow vehicle. B. Only during daylight hours. C. To turn into a driveway or property. D. Never under any circumstances. Answers is C. To turn into a driveway or property. You can cross a double yellow line to turn into or out of a driveway or private property. Overtaking is generally prohibited where double yellow lines are present. Question 4. What does this road sign signify? A. Stop ahead. B. Give way. C. No entry. D. Priority road. Answers is B. Give way. This sign means give way. You must give way to all other vehicles, cyclists and pedestrians on the intersecting road before proceeding. Question 5. What is the primary purpose of in a vehicle? A. To keep passengers warm. B. To prevent car theft. C. To protect occupants in a crash. D. To improve vehicle aerodynamics. Answers is C. To protect occupants in a crash. Are a crucial safety device designed to restrain occupants in the event of a collision, preventing them from being thrown around inside or ejected from the vehicle. Question 6. What action is required when you see this sign? A. Slow down and proceed. B. Stop completely and give way. C. Give way to oncoming traffic. D. Yield to pedestrians only. Answers is B. Stop completely and give way. This stop sign requires you to stop completely before the stop line and give way to all other traffic, cyclists and pedestrians before proceeding safely. Question 7. When driving, how should you react to a pedestrian crossing ahead? A. Speed up to clear it. B. Flash your lights. C. Slow down and be ready to stop. D. Honk to warn pedestrians. Answers is C. Slow down and be ready to stop. This sign warns of a pedestrian crossing ahead. You must slow down, be prepared to stop, and give way to any pedestrians on or about to enter the crossing. Question 8. What must you do if you are involved in a crash that causes injury? A. Leave immediately. B. Only exchange details. C. Stop and assist injured persons. D. Wait for others to call help. Answers is C. Stop and assist injured persons. If you are involved in a crash where someone is injured, you must stop, provide assistance to any injured person, and report the crash to the police as soon as possible. Question 9. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. No parking. B. No entry. C. One way. D. Stop here. Answers is B. No entry. This no entry sign means vehicles are prohibited from entering the road or area where the sign is displayed. It's often seen at the exit of one-way streets. Question 10. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with sirens and lights? A. Maintain speed. B. Block the intersection. C. Pull over safely and stop. D. Speed up to get out of the way. Answers is C. Pull over safely and stop. You must move to the left and stop your vehicle as soon as it is safe to do so, to allow emergency vehicles clear passage. Remain stopped until they have passed. Question 11. What does this sign indicate about turning? A. Right turn compulsory. B. No right turn. C. Left turn only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. No right turn. This sign indicates that making a right turn at this intersection or location is prohibited. Drivers must choose an alternative direction. Question 12. When must you use your vehicle's headlights? A. Only at night. B. Only in heavy rain. C. Half an hour after sunset to half an hour before sunrise. D. Only when other cars flash. Answers is C. Half an hour after sunset to half an hour before sunrise. Must be used from half an hour after sunset until half an hour before sunrise, and at any other time when visibility is poor. Question 13. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Turn around allowed. B. No U-turn. C. No left turn. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign prohibits making a U-turn at the point where it is displayed. You must continue in the direction of travel or make a permitted turn. Question 14. What is the correct following distance in good driving conditions? A. 1 car length. B. Tailgating is fine. C. At least a gap. D. Half a second gap. Answers is C. At least a gap. A minimum following gap is recommended in good conditions to allow enough time to react and stop safely if the vehicle in front suddenly brakes. Question 15. What does this sign tell you about overtaking? A. Overtake freely. B. No overtaking. C. Overtake on the left. D. Overtake only trucks. Answers is B. No overtaking. This no overtaking sign prohibits all vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles from the point of the sign until it is cancelled by another sign. Question 16. In New Zealand, what side of the road do you drive on? A. The right side. B. Either side randomly. C. The left side. D. In the middle of the road. Answers is C. The left side. New Zealand operates a drive rule, meaning you must always drive on the left side of the road. Question 17. What does this sign mean regarding speed? A. Recommended speed is 50. B. Maximum speed limit is 50. C. Minimum speed limit is 50. D. Speed limit is 30. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit. You must not drive faster than 50 km per hour from the point of this sign. Question 18. When turning left at an intersection, who must you give way to? A. Only vehicles from your right. B. All oncoming vehicles and pedestrians. C. Only vehicles turning right. D. No one, you have priority. Answers is B. All oncoming vehicles and pedestrians. When turning left, You must give way to all vehicles coming towards you and turning right, and any pedestrians crossing the road you are turning into. Question 19. What does this sign indicate? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Give way. D. Emergency stop lane. Answers is B. No stopping. This no stopping sign means you must not stop your vehicle for any reason, even briefly, at the location where the sign is posted. It is more restrictive than no parking. Question 20. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Stay in the lane. B. Start walking for help. C. Move to the shoulder or emergency lane. D. Try to fix it in the middle. Answers is C. Move to the shoulder or emergency lane. If your vehicle breaks down on a motorway, move it to the emergency stopping lane or shoulder if possible, turn on your hazard lights, and stay in a safe place away from traffic. Question 21. What does this sign mean for parking? A. Parking allowed. B. No parking. C. Loading zone. D. Disabled parking. Answers is B. No parking. This no parking sign means you are not permitted to park your vehicle at this location, although brief stops for picking up or dropping off passengers may be allowed. Question 22. When must you signal your intentions to other road users? A. Only at night. B. Only when others are present. C. Whenever you change direction or slow down. D. Never if no one is around. Answers is C. Whenever you change direction or slow down. You must signal your intentions turning, changing lanes, slowing down in advance to give other road users time to react safely, even if you think no one is around. Question 23. What action is mandatory when you see this sign? A. Turn right. B. Proceed straight. C. Turn left. D. U-turn. Answers is B. Proceed straight. This proceed straight sign indicates that you must continue straight ahead and are not permitted to turn left or right at this point. Question 24. What should you do if your vision is obscured by dazzling headlights at night? A. Stare at the lights. B. Flash your high beams. C. Slow down and look to the left edge of the road. D. Close your eyes briefly. Answers is C. Slow down and look to the left edge of the road. If dazzled by oncoming headlights, slow down, look towards the left edge of the road and be prepared to stop. Do not stare directly at the lights. Question 25. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right. C. Turn left. D. U-turn only. Answers is B. Turn right. This turn right sign means you are required to turn right at the intersection or location where the sign is present. Other movements are prohibited. Question 26. What is the correct procedure for indicating when changing lanes? A. Indicate after moving. B. No need to indicate. C. Signal, check mirrors, check blind spot, move. D. Just check mirrors and move. Answers is C. Signal, check mirrors, check blind spot, move. Always signal your intention well in advance, check your mirrors, do a head check blind spot, and then move smoothly when it is safe to do so. Question 27. What direction of movement is mandatory? A. Right turn only. B. Straight or left. C. Straight only. D. U-turn allowed. Answers is B. Straight or left. This sign indicates that you must either proceed straight ahead or turn left at the intersection or junction. Turning right is not permitted. Question 28. What should you consider when driving on wet roads? A. Drive faster. B. Use cruise control. C. Increase following distance and reduce speed. D. Brake sharply. Answers is C. Increase following distance and reduce speed. Wet roads reduce tire grip, increasing stopping distances and the risk of skidding. Increase your following distance, reduce speed, and avoid sudden braking or steering. Question 29. What does this sign mean for driving? A. No entry. B. Roundabout ahead. C. One-way street. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This sign indicates an approaching roundabout circular intersection. Drivers must give way to traffic already in the roundabout from their right. Question 30. What is the general rule for giving way at an unmarked intersection? A. Vehicles on the left go first. B. Largest vehicle goes first. C. Give way to vehicles on your right. D. First vehicle to arrive goes first. Answers is C. Give way to vehicles on your right. At an unmarked intersection, the general rule is to give way to all vehicles coming from your right. This is known as the give way to the right rule. Question 31. What does this road sign indicate? A. End of motorway. B. Motorway ahead. C. Road for trucks only. D. Toll road. Answers is B. Motorway ahead. This sign marks the beginning of a motorway or expressway. Motorways have specific rules, including minimum speed limits in some cases and restrictions on certain vehicles. Question 32. When are you allowed to use the horn in a residential area? A. To greet friends. B. To express frustration. C. To warn of danger. D. Anytime it's dark. Answers is C. To warn of danger. The horn should only be used to warn other road users of potential danger. Unnecessary use of the horn, especially in residential areas, is prohibited. Question 33. What does this sign mean for the road? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. One-way road. This one-way road sign indicates that traffic flows in a single direction only. You must drive in the direction and not against it. Question 34. What is the correct way to merge onto a motorway? A. Stop and wait for a gap. B. Merge slowly from the ramp. C. Match speed with traffic and merge safely. D. Force your way into a gap. Answers is C. Match speed with traffic and merge safely. Use the acceleration lane to match the speed of motorway traffic. Signal your intentions and merge into a safe gap, giving way to existing traffic. Question 35. What does this sign indicate about road conditions? A. Smooth road. B. Slippery road. C. Uneven road. D. Gravel ahead. Answers is B. Slippery road. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead may be slippery, especially in wet or icy conditions. Reduce speed and drive with extra caution. Question 36. What is defensive driving? A. Driving aggressively. B. Ignoring other drivers. C. Anticipating hazards and reacting safely. D. Always having priority. Answers is C. anticipating hazards and reacting safely. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards, being aware of your surroundings, and taking proactive measures to avoid crashes, even when others make mistakes. Question 37. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Smooth road ahead. B. Uneven road. C. Roadworks. D. Steep ascent. Answers is B. Uneven road. This warning sign indicates an uneven road surface ahead, which could include bumps, dips, or other. Reduce speed and be prepared for changes in road conditions. Question 38. When should you check your tire pressure? A. Only before long trips. B. Once a year. C. At least once a month and before long trips. D. Never if they look full. Answers is C. At least once a month and before long trips. Checking tire pressure regularly, at least monthly, and before long journeys is important for safety, fuel efficiency, and tire longevity. Question 39. What should you expect after seeing this sign? A. Smooth tarmac. B. Loose gravel. C. Ahead. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. Loose gravel. This warning sign indicates loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. This can reduce grip and increase the risk of skidding, so reduce speed and avoid sudden movements. Question 40. What is the safest way to drive through a tunnel? A. Turn off your lights. B. Speed up to exit faster. C. Turn on headlights, maintain distance. D. Honk continuously. Answers is C. Turn on headlights, maintain distance. Always turn on your headlights, remove sunglasses, maintain a safe following distance, and be aware of potential changes in lighting and ventilation when driving through a tunnel. Question 41. What does this sign warn about? A. Wide shoulder. B. Dangerous hard shoulder. C. Emergency stopping lane. D. Road widening. Answers is B. Dangerous hard shoulder. This sign warns of a dangerous hard shoulder, meaning the shoulder may be unstable, narrow, or have an unexpected drop-off. Avoid using it unless absolutely necessary. Question 42. When can you overtake a vehicle on the left in New Zealand? A. Anytime you want. B. Only if they are signalling right. C. When they are turning right and you can pass safely. D. Never, always overtake on the right. Answers is C. When they are turning right and you can pass safely. You can generally only overtake on the left if the vehicle in front is indicating a right turn and there is a safe, clear lane to pass. Otherwise, overtaking is on the right. Question 43. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Roadworks ahead. B. Falling rocks. C. Steep descent. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This warning sign indicates an area prone to falling rocks, often seen near cliffs or steep slopes. Drive cautiously and be aware of debris on the road. Question 44. What is the legal minimum tread depth for tires in A, B, 1, C, 1, D, 2? Answers is C, 1. The legal minimum tread depth for passenger vehicle tyres in New Zealand is 1, across the central 3/4 of the tread pattern. Question 45. What does this sign mean for driving conditions? A. Strong headwind. B. Side wind. C. Gusty conditions. D. Wind direction. Answers is B, side wind. This warning sign indicates a strong side wind ahead, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for larger vehicles or those towing trailers. Grip the steering wheel firmly. Question 46. Who has priority at a pedestrian crossing with no traffic lights? A. Vehicles turning right. B. Vehicles going straight. C. Pedestrians on or about to enter. D. Cyclists only. Answers is C. Pedestrians on or about to enter. At an uncontrolled pedestrian crossing, you must give way to any pedestrians who are on the crossing or appear to be about to step onto it. Question 47. What does this sign signify regarding the road ahead? A. No traffic lights. B. Traffic light ahead. C. Emergency services. D. Road works. Answers is B. Traffic light ahead. This sign warns you that there is a traffic light signal ahead. Be prepared to slow down or stop, depending on the light's indication. Question 48. What should you do if you miss your exit on a motorway? A. Stop and reverse. B. Make a U-turn. C. Continue to the next exit. And D. Pull over and wait. Answers is C. Continue to the next exit and never stop, reverse or make a U-turn on a motorway. It's extremely dangerous. Continue to the next exit and find a safe way to. Question 49. What does this sign indicate about children? A. No children allowed. B. Children zone. C. Play area. D. Adults crossing. Answers is B. Children zone. This children's sign warns drivers that children may be present or crossing the road, often near schools or playgrounds. Reduce speed and be extra vigilant. Question 50. How should you react to a yellow traffic light? A. Speed up to clear the intersection. B. Always stop immediately. C. Prepare to stop or clear if already in intersection. D. It means proceed with caution. Answers is C. Prepare to stop or clear if already in intersection. A yellow light means the light is about to turn red. You must stop unless you are so close to the intersection that stopping safely would endanger yourself or others. Question 51. What does this sign warn about other road users? A. No bikes. B. Cyclists. C. Bike path. D. Motorcycles only. Answers is B. Cyclists. This sign warns drivers to be alert for cyclists potentially entering or leaving the roadway, often seen near cycle paths or areas. Drive with caution. Question 52. What is the recommended hand position on the steering wheel? A. One hand at the top. B. One hand at the bottom. C. 9 and 3 o'clock or 10 and 2 o'clock. D. Any comfortable position. Answers is C. 9 and 3 o'clock or 10 and 2 o'clock. The 9 and 3 or 10 and 2 hand positions provide optimal control and balance, especially for modern vehicles with airbags. Question 53. What does this sign warn about animal crossings? A. No animals. B. Cattle crossing. C. Wild animals. D. Horse riding area. Answers is B. Cattle crossing. This warning sign indicates an area where farm animals, specifically cattle, may cross the road. Be prepared to slow down or stop for livestock. Question 54. What must you do before opening a car door on a busy street? A. Open it quickly. B. Lean out first. C. Check for cyclists and traffic. D. Honk your horn. Answers is C. Check for cyclists and traffic. Always check your mirrors and blind spot carefully for approaching traffic, especially cyclists, before opening a car door to prevent collisions. Question 55. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. End of roadworks. B. Roadworks ahead. C. Rough road. D. New road. Answers is B. Roadworks ahead. This roadworks sign warns of construction or maintenance ahead. Reduce speed. Be alert for workers, machinery, and temporary changes to road layout. Question 56. When should you use your fog lights? A. Whenever it's dark. B. In light rain. C. When visibility is seriously by fog or heavy rain. D. To improve visibility at all times. Answers is C. When visibility is seriously by fog or heavy rain. Fog lights should only be used when visibility is significantly, usually to 100 meters or less, to avoid dazzling other drivers in clear conditions. Question 57. What does this sign warn about traffic? A. Clear road. B. Traffic congestion. C. Roadworks. D. Motorway ahead. Answers is B. Traffic congestion. This traffic congestion sign warns drivers of potential delays or slow-moving traffic ahead. Be prepared to reduce speed and increase following distance. Question 58. What is the primary risk of driving while fatigued? A. Better concentration. B. Improved reaction time. C. Impaired judgment and slow reactions. D. Fuel consumption. Answers is C. Impaired judgment and slow reactions. Fatigue significantly impairs your ability to concentrate, make good judgments, and react quickly, increasing the risk of a serious crash. Take regular breaks. Question 59. What does this sign tell you about the road? A. New road surface. B. Change of road surface. C. Slippery road. D. Gravel road. Answers is B. Change of road surface. This change of road surface sign warns that the type of road surface is changing e.g., from sealed to unsealed or vice versa. Adjust your driving accordingly. Question 60. When driving in strong winds, what precautions should you take? A. Drive faster to get through. B. Loosen your grip on the wheel. C. Reduce speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. D. Follow closely behind large vehicles. Answers is C. Reduce speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. Strong winds can push your vehicle sideways, especially larger vehicles. Reduce your speed, maintain a firm grip on the steering wheel, and be prepared for sudden gusts. Question 61. What does this sign mean for A. Give way. B. Priority road. C. Stop ahead. D. End of priority. Answers is B. Priority road. This priority road sign indicates that you have priority over traffic entering from side roads, unless otherwise by other signs or traffic signals. Question 62. What does this road sign signify? A. Start of priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Give way. D. Major intersection. Answers is B. End of priority road. This sign indicates the end of priority road. From this point onwards, you no longer have automatic priority and must apply normal give-way rules. Question 63. What does this sign indicate for traffic flow? A. You have priority. B. Opposite traffic has priority. C. One-way street. D. No entry. Answers is B. Opposite traffic has priority. This sign means priority over oncoming traffic is, you must give way to oncoming traffic, typically in a narrow section of road or bridge. Question 64. What does this sign indicate about oncoming traffic? A. Give way to oncoming. B. Priority over oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic. D. No entry. Answers is B. Priority over oncoming traffic. This sign means priority over oncoming traffic. You have the right of way over vehicles coming from the opposite direction, typically in a narrow passage. Question 65. What does this sign prohibit? A. No parking. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. One-way traffic. D. Stop. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This no entry for all vehicles sign means that no vehicles are allowed to enter the road beyond this point, usually due to it being closed or for pedestrian access only. Question 66. What does this sign prohibit for certain vehicles? A. No motorcycles. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. No cars. D. No buses. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign means no entry for goods vehicles, restricting trucks and other heavy goods vehicles from entering the road or area. Question 67. What vehicles are prohibited by this sign? A. No motorcycles. B. No entry for vehicles with trailers. C. No buses. D. No trucks. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailers. This no entry for vehicles with trailer sign prohibits vehicles towing a trailer from proceeding beyond this point. Question 68. What does this sign prohibit? A. No cars. B. No entry for tractors. C. No trucks. D. No buses. Answers is B. No entry for tractors. This no entry for tractors sign prohibits agricultural and industrial tractors from entering the road or area. Question 69. What does this sign prohibit for vehicles? A. No bicycles. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. No mopeds. D. No scooters. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This no entry for motorcycles sign prohibits motorcycles from using the road or area where the sign is displayed. Question 70. What does this sign restrict for heavy vehicles? A. No parking for trucks. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Trucks must turn. D. Goods vehicles only. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This no overtaking for goods vehicles sign prohibits trucks and other heavy goods vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles. Question 71. What does this sign permit after this point? A. Overtaking still prohibited. B. End of no overtaking restriction. C. Minimum speed limit. D. No entry. Answers is B. End of no overtaking restriction. This end of no overtaking restriction sign indicates that the previous prohibition on overtaking has ended, and you may now overtake if it is safe and legal to do so. Question 72. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Pass on left. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Road narrows. D. No passing. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the right. This pass obstacle on the right sign indicates that you must pass the obstacle E.g., a traffic island on the right side. It is a mandatory direction sign. Question 73. What action is required by this sign? A. Pass on right. B. Pass obstacle on the left. C. Keep left. D. No entry. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the left. This pass obstacle on the left sign indicates that you must pass the obstacle on the left side. It is a mandatory direction sign for safe navigation. Question 74. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Motorway ahead. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No cars. D. Bus lane. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This road for motor vehicles sign indicates a road where only motor vehicles are permitted, usually excluding bicycles and pedestrians. Question 75. What does this sign imply about vehicle types? A. Start of motor vehicle road. B. End of road for motor vehicles. C. No motor vehicles. D. Motorway end. Answers is B. End of road for motor vehicles. This end of road for motor vehicles sign means that the special regulations for motor vehicles only no longer apply, and other road users may be present. Question 76. What does this sign tell you about traffic flow? A. No lane changes. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Lane ends. D. Minimum speed in lanes. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. This of movement in lanes sign indicates the permissible directions of travel for vehicles in each lane, at an intersection or specific road section. Question 77. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. No parking. B. Parking place ahead. C. Bus stop. D. Disabled parking. Answers is B. Parking place ahead. This parking place ahead sign informs drivers that a parking area is further along the road. Question 78. What does this sign inform you about pedestrians? A. No pedestrians. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Shared path. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This pedestrian crossing ahead sign warns drivers of an upcoming pedestrian crossing, requiring them to be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. Question 79. What does this sign indicate about services? A. Hospital. B. First aid post. C. Police station. D. Pharmacy. Answers is B. First aid post. This first aid post sign indicates the location of a facility where first aid can be obtained in case of an emergency. Question 80. What does this sign indicate about nearby? A. First aid post. B. Hospital. C. Doctor's office. D. Emergency services. Answers is B. Hospital. This hospital sign indicates that a hospital is nearby. Be prepared for increased pedestrian traffic and possible ambulance movements. Question 81. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Hump. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This steep ascent sign warns drivers of a significant uphill gradient ahead. You may need to change to a lower gear to maintain power. Question 82. What should you do when approaching a steep descent? A. Accelerate to maintain speed. B. Select a lower gear and use engine braking. C. Brake continuously. D. Shift to neutral. Answers is B. Select A lower gear and use engine braking. This steep descent sign warns of a significant downhill gradient. Use A lower gear to engage engine braking and avoid overheating your brakes by continuous application. Question 83. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Bridge ahead. B. Embankment or quayside ahead. C. Road narrows. D. Flood-prone area. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside ahead. This embankment or quayside ahead sign warns that the road runs alongside a body of water or drops off sharply, requiring extra caution. Question 84. What does this sign indicate about the road type? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Covered parking. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. This tunnel sign warns drivers of an upcoming tunnel. Remember to turn on your headlights and remove sunglasses before entering. Question 85. What does this sign warn about road surface? A. B. Hump bump. C. Uneven road. D. Speed bump. Answers is B. Hump bump. This hump bump sign warns of a raised section in the road. Reduce speed to avoid damage to your vehicle or loss of control. Question 86. What does this sign warn about the road surface condition? A. Hump. B. C. Uneven road. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. This sign warns drivers of significant depressions or holes in the road surface. Slow down and steer carefully to avoid them. Question 87. What does this sign warn about other road users? A. Cattle crossing. B. Wild animals. C. Zoo nearby. D. Pets allowed. Answers is B. Wild animals. This wild sign warns drivers that wild animals may cross the road. Be extra vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk, and be prepared to stop. Question 88. What does this sign warn about general hazards? A. Roadworks. B. Other danger accident-prone area. C. Traffic congestion. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Other danger accident-prone area. This other danger sign, often accompanied by a supplementary plate, indicates an unspecified hazard or an accident-prone area. Exercise extreme caution. Question 89. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Clear road. B. Accident concentration area. C. Roadworks. D. New motorway. Answers is B. Accident concentration area. This road traffic accident concentration area sign warns drivers that the section of road ahead has a higher than usual incidence of crashes. Drive with increased awareness. Question 90. What does this sign permit for vehicles? A. Pass on right only. B. Pass obstacle on either side. C. No passing. D. Straight only. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on either side. This pass obstacle on either side sign indicates that you can safely pass a central obstacle on either its left or right side. Question 91. What does this sign indicate for cyclists? A. No cycling. B. Cycle track. C. Shared path. D. Bikes allowed on road. Answers is B. Cycle track. This cycle track sign indicates a dedicated path exclusively for cyclists. Drivers should be aware of cyclists in the vicinity. Question 92. What does this sign mean for pedestrians? A. No pedestrians. B. Pedestrian track. C. Shared path. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Pedestrian track. This pedestrian track sign indicates a dedicated path for pedestrians only, separate from vehicle traffic. Drivers should be aware of pedestrians. Question 93. What does this sign indicate about road sharing? A. No bikes, cars only. B. Road for shared use by cars and bicycles. C. Cycle lane only. D. No cars. Answers is B. Road for shared use by cars and bicycles. This road for shared use by passenger cars and sign means both cars and bicycles can use the same road space, requiring caution from both. Question 94. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. One-way road. B. Reversible lane road. C. Lane ends. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is B. Reversible lane road. This reversible lane road sign indicates a lane where the direction of traffic flow can change at different times of the day, typically controlled by overhead signals. Question 95. What does this sign indicate about the lane? A. Bus lane. B. Emergency stopping lane. C. Bicycle lane. D. Parking lane. Answers is B. Emergency stopping lane. This emergency stopping lane sign designates a lane for emergency stops only. Do not use it for normal driving or parking. Question 96. What does this sign indicate about turning? A. No U-turn. B. Place for U-turn. C. Turn right only. D. Left turn only. Answers is B. Place for U-turn. This place for sign indicates a area where making a U-turn is permitted and safe. Question 97. What does this sign indicate about vehicle access? A. One-way street. B. Dead-end straight. C. No entry. D. No through road. Answers is B. Dead-end straight. This dead-end straight sign indicates that the road ahead does not have a through exit for vehicles, terminating in a dead end or cul-de-sac. Question 98. What does this sign signify about the area? A. Commercial zone. B. Residential area living zone. C. Industrial zone. D. Rural zone. Answers is B. Residential area living zone. This residential area living zone sign indicates an area with specific rules, often including lower speed limits and increased pedestrian awareness. Drive with extra caution. Question 99. What does this sign indicate for motorists? A. Start of residential area. B. End of residential area living zone. C. Parking zone. D. Speed limit 50. Answers is B. End of residential area living zone. This end of residential area living zone sign indicates that you are leaving a residential zone, and standard road rules and speed limits may resume. Question 100. What does this sign inform you about public transport? A. No buses. B. Bus stop ahead. C. Bus lane. D. Bus depot. Answers is B. Bus stop ahead. This bus stop ahead sign indicates an upcoming bus stop. Be aware of buses stopping, pulling out, and pedestrians who may be boarding or alighting.